it seems that male or female, and I'm just gonna go straight in with it, is that today our generation truly sucks. And you look at it as like women. Every time you look on the internet, anytime you look at a picture, all you see is their backside tooting up in the air and tempting every man, whether he's single, trying to discover himself, or a married man, to lust over her. And that's because she wants to seek attention or look for that validation that she needs to fill a void. Males are not innocent at all. We're not innocent at all. But if you take the male species, we're born and made to hunt and look for that potential person. Spiritually, you pray and you wait. But flesh, you'll go anywhere. You'll go to the store. You'll see a female. You'll look. But the way people dress and the way they reveal themselves is more like you don't just look anymore. You're just kind of like hey. So now it's creating that chase. And basically where I'm going at with this is, women, if you're gonna put yourself out there like that, for yourself to be, the analogy I've been getting in my head for the longest is a Capri Sun. You're thirsty, you just get that Capri Sun and you just know that little pouch drink is packed full of sugar and has the correct flavor in there, so when you put your mouth on the straw and it's gone just like that. Use that analogy towards how you're perceiving yourselves to the men out here in the world. You're making yourself look so delicious, or so needing for them to get their hands on you, that you just become a moment. You just become a moment to him, because now that you done put yourself out there, he chased you and got what he wanted, but maybe you weren't exactly the quench to his thirst, and therefore you go home and beat yourself up in the head wondering like, what's up with you? Did you not have the correct things? And I know, like I said, I was out there like that, so I know that if somebody challenged me, I challenge back. Like, hey, you throw, I'm catching, basically. And so that turned into two people connecting off of hurt. We had a communication off of hurt. But where do we start doing better? Because I feel like some of these cats today, y'all feel like y'all are doing something new. Y'all feel like y'all are doing something, especially dudes. Like, they're up here, like, women are showing their bodies. Men are over here saying what they'll do to the females. And what it is like, we're chasing each other with false hope. You know what I'm saying? Leading with bad expectations. And so when dudes are saying like what they'll do to you, leaving the descriptions out, you somehow become amused, ladies, to what they're saying, and you like that stuff and you eat it up, and then you start talking to this dude like, what's good? Like, it sounds good, but it's only gonna be for the moment, because he ain't trying to wife you. He is not trying to wife you. What he's doing is he's feeding you the line, you bite the bait, he gets you, boom. And then you go home and you try to figure it out, you know what I'm saying? And God forbid, if it's not protected, then you end up 9 months trying to do it on your own. Like, it's real out here, because I think that our generation's not trying to do better, and maybe we don't know how to do better. But my thing is, the things that we think we're creating right now, other people done it. My parents done it. People way before have done what's going on today. We didn't create nothing. We just created a different groove and a different way of doing things, thinking we're being slick about it. But where I'm coming at with this is being a single dude who wants to be in a relationship. It's hard to find a relationship because all we know is laying down. And frankly, after laying down, there's nothing else there. There's no other chemistry there. So basically, you're steady trying to figure it out. And most ladies, I know it's hard for you guys to get with a guy. And then when you get with them, the thing is, you're basically waiting for 3 months to see if you're going to keep him around or if he's worth introducing. And most of the time, if you're clingy and you want that relationship so badly, you'll rush the process. And by rushing the process, you'll go from, you know what I'm saying, laying on your back and doing things out of order. You know what I'm saying? Lay on your back, then meet the parents, and then potentially get married. And none of that, if it's not built on God in general, and one could be a believer, one could be not a believer, I mean, that's a relationship ready to crash and burn. And I'm saying this because I've been there. I've done that. So I'm not just like speaking just to be speaking. It's frustrating that the dating world, the married world, is that people are picking mates off of being either comfortable or they're just finding the easy way out. And my thing when I'm saying that is that when we get tired of being lonely, we just try to get with somebody to be for the moment. We find somebody that's compatible, that's going to give us the attention, and we just ride with that for a little bit until the next person comes up, and then we're like, ooh, I think I'm compatible with this person. We have to get it out of our minds that, like the horoscopes and all that stuff, like, you do the homework. You figure it out what it is that you want and pray about it and start working on that and start building friendships. Because my major point is it's hard for me to even find friends. Like, I'm surrounded by a whole bunch of people, but the thing is I don't have a particular female that I could call up and say that that's my go-to person. I don't have a homie like that. And so I feel like, going back to the scratch board, I need to be a friend with somebody, you know, learn that person a little bit more. And granted, you could be with somebody for 30, 40 years. I know I'm only 36. You could be with somebody for years and you still never know them unless they reveal themselves to you and open up and tell you what they're going through and try to grow off of that. But I've seen people who are still married and have supposedly the love of their life still cutting their eyes, and it's like, oh, we're male, we're females, we're always gonna look blah 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 blah. Man, the heck with that. When are we gonna learn to be better and say that's my boo, that's my man? Like, I'm just all about this person, because I get it. I truly get it. There's a lot of people in the world that look handsome or beautiful, but there's one person in the world that you could say absolutely in your heart you can't do without. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta call them, you gotta get to them, and we just so quickly throw the love word out there and it gets confused. Everything changes when you say the love word. You know what I'm saying? It gets serious. Because my thing is, if I can't see myself growing old with you, our looks are gonna fade away. We look good right now. My thing is, all that's gonna fade away later on. So if you lose a finger, you lose a leg, your shorty loses the eye, are you still gonna love her? Or are you gonna trade her in because she don't look the same when you met her? These are real facts, and I think people are just getting in relationships because they love the ideal of it. Like, I love the idea that I could see myself with you. I could see myself growing because we dress alike, or we know how to save money. We're picking all the wrong things to say why we're compatible with a person. And yeah, I've been single for 7 years, hopped in a relationship just to find out. The thing is, you gotta start as a friend. You know what I'm saying? You have to start to build and know a person. And you can't skip. Like I said, you can't just go from one action to the next and then come back and be like, oh yeah, let's go to the next step. You got to backtrack and be like, hey, do I see forever? If you do not, ask yourself this question: if you do not see forever with this person, then why are you spending a second with them? I mean, I'll wait, because some of us are out there spending too much time with the wrong people, wasting your time and wasting theirs because you don't want to be alone. You don't want to be to yourself, and you don't want to be with your inner thoughts. My best thing to tell you is deal with your inner thoughts. Deal with knowing who you are as a person and figure out what it is that you want. I know that I want somebody that I can't do without. I want somebody that's going to be fun. Forget the bedroom stuff. I know that's what they say we're created for, and we're supposed to be fruitful and multiply, but the heck with that. We're doing too much multiplying out here and being fruitful, laying down in the bedroom and not figuring out how to build something, be better. Like, we could be out here building empires, we could be building businesses and doing other stuff, but we're getting with people and connecting with people differently. You know what I'm saying? My hustle is like all over the place. So if I get with somebody that's not knowing what their purpose is, I feel like they're gonna ride the wave for a little bit until they figure it out. But I'm here to tell you, like, I'm on a grind. So like, I feel like if you're not even there, I'm gonna stop the ride and be like, hey, it was nice knowing you. It's no hard feelings, but you gotta let people go. You don't need to be stranding people and dragging people along for your convenience, just to have somebody, just to say you have somebody. That's dumb. Do you, be you, and go do what you need to do to discover you. The reason and the point for making this video is because it's so cringing to my stomach to see that people are just wanting to get into relationships. Like, we're posting memes, we say that we want to grow old with people. Like, we post the memes of old couples, and are we even putting in the work to even be like those people? I mean, it's cute and dandy to post a picture and say, this is a future goal, but what are you doing to set yourself up to get to that goal? You know what I'm saying? You like the ideal because you're alone and you just need somebody to have by you. But I feel like even with this whole quarantine thing, and us being locked in, this is where the rubber meets the road, because now you have to really sit next to your beloved partner and see what it is. If you could look at them daily and create that love that you had once you started dating, because it's different. You feel me? Like, when you first met that person and you're like, ooh, she looked good in those jeans, that shirt. I remember that bow she had in her head, the earrings. Like, you remember all the small little details, but somehow when it becomes a lust thing, you totally forget about that. You totally forget about that love that was created at the beginning and start becoming complacent and start becoming comfortable. And when you start becoming comfortable, your relationship starts to die. It no longer blossoms anymore because you are so used to that person coming home, cooking for you, cutting out the lights, laying on the back type thing. You come so routined, like most of us in our Christian walk too. We've become in this routine pattern that this is what's supposed to happen. We're not being innovative. We're not being creative. We're not trying to do something that is brand new. We're doing and going through the same motions. So basically, ask yourself this question. The love that you say you deserve, do you believe that? And if you do believe that, give that love to yourself first. Because if you can't love yourself, how are you going to love somebody else? You got to know who you are as a person. You can't go get with somebody else and hope that they figure out who you are for you. That's not going to work. A person's faith, what they believe in, cannot elevate you to your purpose. It could spark, but you have to do the work. You can have the faith, but you have to apply the work. I hope that this message helps some of you who want to work on getting to being married one day, or who already are married right now. Because my thing is, you could be with somebody and you'll know deep down in your soul. The reason why it's taking me so long to be in a relationship, because I want it to be forever. I've done it wrong the first time. I did it wrong the first time. God bless what happened, but it led me to this point right now. He used that situation, God used that situation for me to have a testimony. You know what I'm saying? He turned a mess into a message. So what I'm saying is, I know that I want to wait to be in a relationship because, like I said, people like the ideal. Somebody out there right now needs to hear this, that you're going to be tested by the Jezebel spirit. You feel me? When you're alone and you're in your thoughts and you're entertaining and all you are focused on is being with somebody, guess what? Satan's going to pop somebody up and it's going to be a distraction. It's going to seem like it's right unless you're right with the man and knowing what you're doing. Because me, basically, I know you got a date, but I know I want marriage. And if I don't see you as wifey material, I'm not going to waste your time. I'm not going to waste mine. I'm not going to waste your time. I'm just going to sit on the bench and get my mind right and focus on God and do what I need to do. And when it happens, it happens. But when you tend to look for it, you're going to get what you're looking for. Because we hate rejection. So most of you out there right now, you look for something that's not going to reject you, and you stay with that thinking that that's love. Because that's what you want. But how about that challenge? When you're being rejected, you're being redirected to a different area in your life that God's trying to take you. But no, we don't want to look at it that way. We're like, man, heck, you don't want me. I'm going to find somebody who want me. I want somebody that's going to love me. And then you go find somebody that supposedly loves you by putting you on your back. And that's not love because, like I said, whoever created that back in the day has confused the minds of today. We think that laying on our backs is the first thing of love. That's lust. You know what I'm saying? That's lust. We're confusing each other out here thinking that that's love. Love is time. You know what I'm saying? Love is an investment on spending quality time with somebody that you don't mind doing. Even if it's a little bit of time that you have, you'll go from one town to the next to see that person because you love them. But what social media what social media is teaching us today, and is feeding the brains of the people who are just swiping and scrolling all day, is that you are not taking no valuable time to yourself to learn yourself. So all you're doing is looking at all these people that are in relationships right now, and all it's doing is making you want to be in a relationship. It's making you just focus on nothing but that. But think about it. All these people who are posting about these relationships, most don't even know I'm out of a relationship right now. And some that do know because the pictures stopped being posted, that's the only reason why they know. But the thing is, out of all the people who are liking the pictures of your new marriage or your anniversary or whatever that you got going on that's successful, they're praising you while you're up. But how many people are checking on you when you're at your lows and when you're going through it, or when you're on the verge of being divorced, or that you had a slip up, or you were sliding in somebody's DMs and you need that person to keep you in check? Because think about it, you gotta have people in your life that's gonna hold you accountable to being who you say you are. And that's what we have. We have too many fraud people out here that are pretending to be something they're not. Half of these people are gassing you up. Like all this sexual explicit stuff that is being put out there, like you get what you put out. So if you're putting all this stuff out saying that you want to be like this, boom, 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 you want to hook up with shorty or whatever, don't be mad when you get that shorty who play you and dump you, bro, because that's what it is. Like, you're basically setting yourself up for failure. You're saying, like, you're going to be dominant, you're going to be this type of person, blah, 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 blah. So Satan has a counterfeit for that. He puts that woman in your face and you think, oh, wow, like, I met my match. And you hook up with shorty, and next thing you know, she plays you, and it's like, dang, man, you spoke it out into existence what you wanted. You said you wanted this freaky deaky, this and that, and when that person got put in your face, now this person that you were talking to ain't no good. You calling them out their name. They ain't about nothing. When in reality, you ain't about it. You went about it the wrong way, to be exact. So think about what you're spitting out into the universe, because that's what's going to come to you. If you say you want to be loved, pray and be expecting that love to be returned to you. If you out there saying that men and women ain't never going to be nothing, don't be surprised when that shows up in your face, because you spoke it. You spoke it to existence. That job, that car, anything else, if you want that, speak it out and be expecting that to come. But I just want to see more people blossom, because I'm seeing so many people dying to want to fall in love and they don't know how to go about it. But I'm here to tell you, you could plant all you want, but if you're planting in bad soil, if you're planting in bad soil, don't expect a good crop. I rebuke you, Satan. I rebuke you, man. I'm getting this out. If you're planting in bad soil, don't expect a good crop. I'm just being honest with you. You can't expect great things to blossom in your life if you're out there speaking badly about it. When you plant that seed of love, cover it with good soil. Cover it with love. Cover it with hope. Cover it with faith. Believe that those things are going to happen. Don't become fearful, doubtful, and start taking the soil off and picking that seed back up and saying, oh, I don't know if I'm ready for it. Because if you're not ready for it, then wait. Be patient. Be still. Again, I encourage you, do not go out there and waste somebody else's time if you're not ready. It's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? There's people, just like I told somebody, I use this as an analogy. Guys are not perfect. I'm not trying to put women out as the ones that are doing all the bad deeds. But you can't put a nice woman in front of somebody and expect them not to look. Just like you're not going to go to the buffet with no money and not be tempted to not want to eat, because in your mind, your instinct is to find out how you're going to get a meal. Just like a dude who wants to be in love and wants to be with a woman, his deal is he's going to find out how to get with that woman. And if you're out there doing the most to gain his attention, well, bingo, you made it easy for him. Let him work for you. Women, you gotta let these dudes work for you. If you out here making yourself look easy, like a little snack rack, the quickest snack to find out of the pantry, and then you're hungry later, you're not putting yourself to be a full course meal to be fulfilled and be great with. Because if you're just going to be temporary, just a moment, think about it. You're giving him a moment of your time, and he's distracted behind your back, or vice versa. I think a lot of you have to start doing the math and calculating what it is that you're doing, because what you're doing, if it's not working right now, and you're hopping from person to person to person to person, then maybe you need to backtrack and figure out, maybe it's not those people, maybe it might be you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. We got to be our toughest critics. We got to be able to say, hey, I know I'm not right up here. I need to take a step back. I need to quit giving all of me to somebody and getting nothing back. Because laying on your back, you become empty. And I know half of y'all could agree. Once you give yourself to somebody, you feel completely empty if they're not the right person for you. If there's no chemistry, there's no love, all you're going to do is feel a big old hole. Keep getting stretching. And so what do? You go find another person and try to fill that hole. And then that hole's back to expanding again. So this is what we keep doing. We're trying to fill this void. And first of all, let me correct you, because the only person that can fill that void is God. And God will send you a helper that complements. And I truly believe that. He's not going to send you somebody that you feel that you have to work on, that you got to fix and be like, oh, I fixed him. I did his credit. I bought him a car. I did this. Or vice versa. You know, like, I made her. She ain't who she is. She wouldn't have had that body if I didn't pay her money to get surgery. Like, we don't have to be out here bashing one another to say that we did this or we did that for that person. When it's the right person, God's going to send that correct person to you. A lot of people are like, I deserve this life. I deserve to be married. I deserve to have this husband or wife. In reality, if you're out there forcing and making this happen, I'm sorry to say, you're probably shacking up, or you're out there living in a sinful way. It's no other way to put it. But you are making it happen. If God's not revealing these things to you and saying that this person is the one for you, then basically you're out there just wasting that person's time, and they're wasting yours. And God's not going to tempt you with anything. Satan will. So there's some things that God will allow, and you'll go through this because it's something that we have to go through in life to grow. So you might think you have it all figured out right now, that this life that you wanted so much and worked so hard for has come to this point. But you're going to have to go through it. I went through some stuff. Other people are going through some stuff. You're going to go through something. You know, you got to keep God first and listen to his voice. And know that these people that you're hanging out with or that you're hooking up with are the right people for you. I ain't going to waste too much of y'all's time. It was something that was on my heart, and hopefully you can find some nuggets out of this message to want to help you grow, and I surely hope it does. But y'all stay encouraged, and y'all stay blessed, and talk to y'all later. Thanks for channeling in. Peace.